Sir, advise me on what to do because I am fed up with my husband. He is keeping women here and there, snapping them naked. I saw it in his phone. There is nothing bad he has not done to me. No apology, no sorry. I've been praying and believing God for him, but I find out he's using my Christianity to be hurting me more and more. He said, you say you are born again. He's the one to offend me. My own is to forgive. The story is too long. So in this, what will I do?
Well, we've had your own side of the story. We've not heard from him. So whatever we are saying it on the assumption that everything you have said here is right. But there is a caveat. It may not be exactly the way you have said it. But having said that, a man that will do this is showing the tendency of an unregenerated life. I doubt if that man is born again. If that man is not born again, when did you get married to him? Was it as an unbeliever or as a believer? If you married him as a believer, you went and married an unbeliever, remember the image I showed during the Bible study teaching of not being unequally yoked. You remember? The media, if you can pull it out, the pig and the wolf. The pig and the sheep, the wolf and the sheep. So a believer is that sheep. But when you now go and be unequally yoked with an unbeliever, he said that the unbeliever as a pig will take you to the mud and mess you up and you become as filthy as he is, or as a wolf, he will take you to where he will devour you and you end up as lunch in his belly. That's why God said, don't be unequally yoked with unbelievers. So if you did it as a believer, that was the risk you took. But if you did it as an unbeliever, then you have the assurance of God that you've been forgiven, and if you live the life of a Christian, you will also bring your husband who is an unbeliever to light. Even now, you can still live that life of a Christian and still bring your husband to Christ. But the question is, sometimes you may not be willing and ready to go through that path, because sometimes it can be quite demanding. As a human being, you will feel bad that your husband will be cheating on you and not being remorseful. In other words, he has told you, live with it. And you're asking yourself, well, how long will I live with this? So that's the problem. But the one that may be bothering me more is, if he's sleeping around, okay, that's the image. You see that little pig is dragging that bigger sheep. So the little pig is more powerful. He will persuade this sheep to follow it. And after some time, where did we see them? Inside the mud. You see, the sheep had followed this pig to the pig's comfort zone. That's what happens when you are unequally yoked with an unbeliever. Then on the other image of a wolf, initially you will think that nothing spoiled, though he's a wolf and I'm a sheep. Look at how they're moving as if they're friends, You may not suspect anything, but the wolf has a plan. You can see now when he's hungry, what is he doing? He's eating that sheep. So that's what happens in the spiritual. So you don't expect a miracle to happen when you're unequally yoked with an unbeliever. It is a very dicey situation. However, you must persevere in prayer and ask the Holy Spirit to help you so that you can come out victorious. But if he begins to beat you and before he devours you, you can jump boat too, so that you can remain alive. I will not say more than that.
Thank you.